Go. 3 surfers. Oh, nobody. 3 minutes. Blue.
I learned a lot from friends who were pilots, friends that studied the weather because they wanted to track storms. And so after all these projects, I realized that, wow, our own public educational system is failing. There's so much dysfunction in these kids. And this past year, high school, the only high school on the beach in Hawaii, it's called Waianae High School. 40% of their seniors didn't graduate. 2 of them committed suicide. When I was in school, I'd be looking out the door, at the window, I'm distracted. I would always ask the kids, if you were outdoors, with a controlled environment, with a teacher, hands-on, which one would you choose? And they all said, we'd rather be outdoors.
Let me live that fantasy.
Good job, brother.
I first met Dane when I was a kid. My parents or somebody brought us down to Newport Beach to watch these massive waves. And there he was, surfing along with Willie Morris and Sean Thompson. And they just looked like these little teeny characters on these massive waves. I'd never even known that waves like that existed. And there they were in Newport Beach. So we got to meet them afterwards, Newport Surf and Sport, all 3 of them. They signed little pictures for us. Dane signed one saying, keep surfing. And I had on my wall for years. Keep surfing, Dane Kealoha. I think he was getting barreled at back door or something. And then I met him again a long time after when my friend Kai was living at his uncle's house, Eddie, and Dane was hanging with Eddie, and they were going surfing and taking Kai surfing and everything. I think I might have met Dane when I went over to Eddie's once back then. And then I saw him years later in the airport one day, and I was like, hey, Dane, no way, hey, nice to see you, man. I'm going to make this DVD on Jaws, and I'm going to go interview Laird and these guys, and blah, 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 and just, want your opinion or whatever. He goes, fuck Laird and those guys. I was like, whoa. And he goes, yeah, fuck Laird and those guys. Cover Ian Walsh and Hanu Sandru and these other random guys, random at that time, Cleo Amadeo and Archie Kalepa. And I forget the one guy's name from Lahaina, but anyways, these guys, and I would, Mark Anderson. So Mark Anderson from Lahaina, Archie Kalepa from Lahaina, Cleo Amadeo also, I think, in Lahaina, and Ian Walsh and Ahanu Sandru in Hukipa, or, Haiku. So I interviewed these 5 people, and it changed everything. Changed the way I would produce that DVD and look at surfing from that point on. Really, Dane was a massive influence on me. So that's when I really met Dane, is when I did that DVD as the way I did it as a result of meeting him in the airport that day. And then he ended up blessing the whole thing by meeting me at the premiere in Newport Beach. And he had, prior to that premiere, told me it was the best DVD he'd ever seen, best surfing video he'd ever seen. And so at that point we became really close, and it went on from there. That's how I met Dane.
In the early 60s, John Peck's backside rail grabs were a stylish solution. Peck's influence is still seen today. This soon died out, but the spirit of riding good waves and surfing them well lives on today. Dane Kealoha is one surfer his forefathers would have proudly bet on.
This just in, the passing of a legend in the surf world.
Former pipe master and Duke Invitational winner Dane Kealoha has died.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he had cancer. I don't think. I just heard he had passed away from cancer. I'm not even sure. Not all played out, to tell you the truth. Yeah, Dane, we love you.
If we lose it, then we can get it back.
We all don't actually know you, but we definitely all love you. Dane Kealoha. Like the Babe Ruth of surfing. We're having a big ceremony for him on the North Shore today. Massive. This is the first ceremony of the day right here. All right.